Elon Musk recently predicted that a recession could occur as early as spring 2022 and left the whole market with questions. Typical Musk. In today's video, we will try to understand this theory of Elon and whether the recession is coming or was this another Doge stunt. But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Let's dive right in. Almost every investor has predicted some form of economic slowdown, but few have given a time frame as Elon's. Elon Musk, the world's richest man and the founder of several successful businesses, has first-hand experience with the effects of a financial crisis. In February 1999, he sold Zip2, the company he co-founded with his brother, for more than $300 million. That was in March of 2000, just before the dot-com bubble burst. Elon also lived through the 2008 recession as the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, which both nearly went bankrupt at the same time. There are numerous reasons to believe that in 2022, a recession will occur. First and foremost, I'm sure you're all aware that consumer prices are rapidly rising. There was a tweet which said 99-cent dreams, to which Elon replied, now $1.25. No doubt, prices are rising primarily as a result of the government's excessive spending, which effectively allowed the United States to print its way out of the 2020 recession. In recent years, the amount of tax that each worker must pay has risen significantly to around $22 per hour, which is unquestionably a huge sum. The Federal Reserve plans to raise interest rates and slow down quantitative easing, which is when the Fed buys bonds in order to reduce the government's budget deficit. The Federal Reserve recently released a press statement estimating that interest rates will be raised to 0.9% by 2022. And while 0.9% may seem insignificant, it represents a significant increase when compared to the average interest rate over the previous decade. In 2019, the Federal Reserve attempted to raise interest rates to 2.4%. To this, the market reacted negatively, causing interest rates to drop to 1.5% before the pandemic even began. So a rate hike to 0.9% would almost certainly have a negative impact on the market, especially given how reliant financial markets have become on 0% interest rates. The Fed also intends to taper off bond purchases. From mid-January 2021, the Fed has reduced monthly bond purchases by $30 billion. The committee also decided to accelerate asset purchase reductions by $20 billion for Treasury securities and $10 billion for agency mortgage-backed securities. On the surface, this appears to be a good thing because inflation will likely decrease as a result. However, this will have a negative impact on the economy. The economy has recovered well from the pandemic, but it was reliant on government spending, which is about to come to an end. Elon Musk predicted that a recession could occur as early as spring 2022, which is roughly when the Federal Reserve will stop buying bonds. This may sound terrifying, but Elon could be implying an economic disaster that is worse than a recession, because a recession is defined as 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth, which is quite common. A depression, on the other hand, occurs when the GDP falls by more than 10% in a year. The Great Depression is obviously the most well-known example of this, when the US GDP dropped by 30%. The rise in retail inventories is another factor that could trigger a recession. As supply chains fail to meet consumer demand, retail inventories have fallen significantly from pre-pandemic highs. As a result, businesses have placed large orders for inventory in order to meet future consumer demand. Such orders have been overdone, resulting in massive amounts of sitting inventory. The inventory increases have been so significant that inventory growth accounted for the entirety of America's third quarter GDP growth. As inventories rise in the coming months, the economy will likely slow, raising the possibility of a recession within the next 3 to 6 months. That time frame corresponds to Elon's forecast of a recession. But remember, when it comes to investing, we want our money to grow at the fastest rate possible, while posing the least amount of risk. While there are no quick fixes for becoming rich, there are smart ways to do so. In conclusion, according to Elon Musk, a recession could begin as early as 2022 and end no later than 2023. Let me know if you agree with Elon Musk's prediction in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like and hit the bell icon to get notified about our latest updates. We'll see you in our next video. Till then, happy investing!